how you decide to become a guitar player and why?
Uh, that's a that's a complicated question. I never really thought I would become a guitar player. I mean, like a professional guitar player, because most of my life I've been playing guitar just for fun, and it has always been a hobby. And then at some point, things just started to get more professional. Like I didn't even want them to become more professional, but it just started to happen. Like some of my videos started to blow up, and I started to get proper offers to play concerts around the world, and all the other things that happened afterwards, all the professionalism, it happened just because of that. Because when you do this, when you do the touring, you need to have a website. When you have a website, you need to have a manager. When you have all that, you need to have proper recordings and of your music to so you could sell it and you could give it to people. So all these things just happened naturally to me, and I'm very thankful that there are so many people who have been supporting me throughout all these years. And the reason why I'm doing music is just because because it's just so cool, because I enjoy it, and I have always been playing guitar mostly for myself. I play what I like, and it's just a great coincidence and also great honor to know that there are people around the world who also enjoy it in the same way I do when I play. So yeah, just lots of coincidences like that.
Awesome. And which year you start playing the guitar? Which was the first time?
Uh, I think it was 2012 or 11, something like that. So it's been a while, more than 10 years.
And how old are you right now?
I'm 20. Yeah, I'm 23.
Awesome. Very good, very good. And which are your main influences on guitar?
Oh, there are lots of influences because I've been um, I always try to find new music to listen and to get inspired from. So, but regarding guitar playing, one of the biggest ones would be uh, the people who have been developing this whole fingerstyle scene, the whole fingerstyle genre. Basically, the fathers of this scene. The names are Jon Gomm, Preston Reed, Thomas Leeb, Andy McKee. Um, and and lots of Mike Dawes, and Adrian Legg, and also many others. I mean, there are so many guitar players that I've been learning from, and the way I was learning is just by buying their tablatures and watching their videos countless times, and basically that's how I learned, and that's where most of my music is still coming from this like very fundamental influences that I was studying like crazy when I was younger, because I was obsessed with music of these guys. And eventually I'm really thankful for their influence on me, because I think I can write music in a way I do because of them, because my music is just basically a huge mix of everything that I picked up from my biggest influences. Either it's guitar, or also I also have like lots of influences in metal, in rap, in all the other genres. But these people that I mentioned, they are, I think, the core, the fundamentals. And then everything else just goes and builds up on top.
Excellent, excellent. In 2015, you made the video Guitar Plus Tapping song, Guitar Plus Pen Tapping song, and quickly gained 1 million views on YouTube. After the success of this video, you get the call to appear on a live TV show. How was your reaction at that particular time?
Oh, that was pretty crazy and unexpected, because that show that we're talking about, it's called Вечерний Ургант in Russian. It's like it's still one of the biggest like nighttime shows here,
Hmm.
and it's just something that I would never expect I would be there, especially because I wasn't even promoting myself for that show. I wasn't like sending any emails, any videos to those guys. So I just got a call, and when I was sitting at the class, when I still was studying at school, I just got a call from them, and they invited me. So yeah, that was pretty special, and it's still, I think, one of the important achievements, and also why it's important for me, because I mean, despite the fact that this song is nothing serious, I mean, this guitar plus pen tapping song, it's still an original music, and that's something that's, I mean, that makes me feel a little bit proud of this song, that they wanted me to play my original song there, not some cover.
Exactly.
So this is just nice, I think.
Yeah, and I think it's an awesome breakthrough, to get a call and play your own music. That's very, very important, I think. In January 2017, you made the cover video of Billie Jean from Michael Jackson and gained over 30 million views on Facebook. This was your first big step to enter the world guitar scene and allow you to perform at the Guitar Summit Showcase in Germany. How was your experience back then when you play in Germany?
Yeah, that was also another very special stage of my life, because it's not a joke that that video helped me to break through to the to the world kind of world audience. Before that, I was just doing videos, and there were some people who were listening to me. Maybe, I mean, mostly in Russia, I think, still because of that Guitar Plus pen tapping song that was viral, like sort of viral. It wasn't like crazy viral, but it was okay, and but it was only in Russia. I mean, the Guitar Plus pen tapping song. But then Billie Jean happened, and it helped me to really kind of reach the world audience and lots of people around the world. And I started to get offers instantly. There were like so many emails, so many messages, and I never had any like that in my life before. That was crazy. And because of that, I started to have my first offers. And I was still studying at the university at that time. I guess there was university. There was the first year of university, and I was never really do music. And and I think this video really affected my career in general, and made me think about it more seriously, because I thought like, wow, it kind of works. I mean, you can live off it. You can travel, you can play music, and it seems there are so many people who are genuinely interested in that, which was a little bit surprising by that time, because I was thinking it's like it's such a niche, and I'm such a small player that maybe nobody would ever, I mean, pay attention to my music. But then it turned out differently at that moment. And this Guitar Summit trip in Germany, that was my first ever trip to any foreign country. So that was also pretty special, because I mean, I knew how to speak English at that time, but I never really communicated with like native speakers, with people who speak English exclusively, and like German people, because all of them speak English very nicely. And that was my first trip, where I already started to get so much experience from playing on stage, from meeting my heroes. That was the first time when I met Jon Gomm, Tobias Rauscher, sorry, Maneli Jamal, and other like great guitar players who like are world renowned ones. That was the first time I ever got closer to them, like closer than on YouTube, because before that it was just only with the internet. But that was the first time when I actually got to see them in person.
Wow.
And I was crying because that was so special.
Amazing. Let's talk about your guitar. Can you explain to our audience what makes this guitar so special? I don't know if you have a guitar with you right there, so you can show us what
Yeah.
what is this all about?
Yeah. I guess I better bring. Yeah, I guess I better bring the guitar.
Okay, no problem.
Just give me a second. So yeah, so this is like my primary guitar. This is Loudon Jon Gomm signature model, but super modified. And this is like a very special guitar to me, because it's the guitar when I started to experiment with a lot regarding the electronics inside. So this guitar has like 7 pickups, as you can see, and it has this special cable for it.
Wow, that's a lot of plugs.
So this is it's that fat, and it's for this guitar.
Amazing.
And this is the guitar I still play a lot, and I still do most of my recordings on. And also it's very special because it got most of my heroes tattooed here. It's all their signatures.
Wow, amazing.
Most of the people most of the people that I've been mentioning earlier are here already, which is just a great thing to have, I think. And regarding the technical things, it has fan frets. So basically the frets go kind of like that. They are not perpendicular, and it looks a little bit freaky, but in fact it helps a lot when you play in low tunings. So when you're like 6th string or like 5th string are always tuned low, like to F or to A sharp, G sharp, then you want them to be stable. You don't want them to buzz too much. So that's why the scale length is longer on the bass side. That's why it's like this. And also some people think that it's uncomfortable to play, but in fact, if you don't play F major too much, it's all right. So it's uncomfortable only for F major with like the bar chord. And yeah, and also yeah, this guitar is super special, but also I got recently, and this project is very special. This guitar, this is yeah, this is Baton Rouge Guitars Alexandr Misko signature prototype. So this is the guitar we built together with Baton Rouge. It's a great guitar company from Germany, and they have always been supporting like younger generation of players, and they were kind enough to help me with this project a lot. And we're still like working on it. It's still a prototype. It's not finished yet, but this guitar has a lot of unique features that other guitars just don't have, which makes it really unique. So it has, like, you see the fan frets again, but they are even more extreme this time. Also, it's also super heavy. It's like 4 kilos because there are also carbon tubes inside. You see, I'm knocking.
Yeah.
There are just 2 carbon tubes, and I'm not sure if you can see them, but I guess not. Yeah, I mean, they're inside. It goes like this to make the body of the guitar as stable as possible. Because I've always been interested in experimenting with retunings of the strings during the play, and I got inspired because I picked up these techniques from Adrian Legg, from Jon Gomm, from Michael Mannering, and that's why I have this banjo tuners here. It's the tuning pegs here, the big one, that allow me to basically choose the note, fix the note, go lower, fix it, and now the tuning peg would be turning only within these 2 positions, in between these 2 positions. So I would never miss a note. Wow. And then I was thinking, like, why not to extend this idea? Because this is just a tuning peg, and it allows me to retune only 2 notes per string, right? We have like the high note and the low note. And then I was thinking, like, why not to do the same thing on the bridge? So basically on the bridge, we have the low note, lower note, and the lowest one. So we have 3 notes here on the bridge. And then you can add the tuning peg. So basically it means that you can start from here and then go like. Yeah, so all of that stuff is presetted. So it means that I don't need to use my ears to do all these tricks. And the cool thing is that I can incorporate these techniques in my songs, which is so cool. So this is the guitar we're still working on, and we're planning to make it available for. We're planning to simplify it first, and then to make it available for a bigger market. But there's still so much work, and I'm still trying to understand how it works. Because it's a very special guitar, and hopefully we're gonna finish it and everything's gonna be great. But for now, it's just a prototype. It's not even finished yet, but still very exciting.
It looks amazing. Congratulations! And the first time that I saw you play was on
Thank you.
Careless Whisper, the song, and I was wondering what kind of effects. What kind of effects do you have there? Is a reverb or a delay? Because I saw a video of you that you put with magnets, like a black box.
Oh yeah, the black box. Here's the black box. It's called the Tonewood amp, and it's a great thing if you wanna play with some reverb when you don't have amp. So basically, you just plug it into your pickup of your guitar, and then you strum, and then you have this nice. So basically, that's the whole thing. But for the Careless Whisper and for all of my older recordings, because Careless Whisper is from my Beyond the Box album, it was released in 2017. It was pretty long time ago. There's just a reverb, and the reverb is not from the Tonewood amp. I mean, on my album there was a studio recording, so it was like I was playing in the studio, and then we put some reverb on top. And aside from that, there's nothing really. It's a pretty honest recording. I mean, nowadays I experiment a lot more with pedals, with looping, with all sorts of weird experiments and weird sounds that you can get out of the guitar. And I think, I mean, Careless Whisper sounds more traditionally compared to what I'm doing now. Wow. So, I mean, there are basically no effects, no special effects that you would think that, I mean, might change the sound of the guitar a lot. The guitar sounds like a guitar there. It's like just reverb. So yeah, and I'm glad you like the song.
And how long did you took to make that song, for example? I mean, how much time do you prepare to get a whole song, like, for example, Take on Me or Billie Jean or Careless Whisper? How long it takes you to build up that masterpiece? Because you're playing rhythm, you're playing melody, you're playing a lot of things. It is insane.
Because I mean, it's not even my songs. I mean, it's not a big deal to arrange somebody's song because it's already written. I mean, you don't even need to be creative with that. But the fact is, I just experiment with techniques, and basically all these arrangements come from technical ideas. I mean, it doesn't mean that I hate the songs. The songs are okay. I mean, they're nice, I guess. I'm just not a fan. But it all comes from techniques. Like even the Careless Whisper one, the whole idea was to imitate the saxophone solo with the help of so it would be sounding like this way. So it would be smooth. And that was the whole idea. That's how I started. And then everything just started to build up. So there was like no inspiration, no anything behind it, just a technical idea. And then usually it takes me, I don't know, it's always different, but I would say not longer than a couple of weeks, because it's not that complicated. Most of the songs are pretty simple. There are just 4 chords throughout the whole song. This usually the same drum beat throughout the whole song. And so actually it's way easier than it looks like. I mean, at least for me. And yeah, I'm just happy people enjoy all the songs, even though I'm not a fan of those songs. It's still cool to see that people find.
Are you working in a new album, new material?
Yeah, actually, it's funny because I have already released like 5 albums of solo guitar music.
Yeah,
which is like too much. It's way too much. It's like you don't have to release so many albums of solo guitar music. It's just boring. So when the COVID happened, I felt like I mean, not really the COVID, but when all this like lockdown stuff started to happen, when I had to stay at home and basically just try to make some music, it didn't really work out to me because for me, because I mean, it feels like I composed most of the stuff I could compose on solo guitar. So I found so much inspiration in collaboration music. And this is so cool. This is something I never thought I would be doing so much to this extent I'm doing now. But this is just crazy. And I think it's a great way of trying to get creative again. If you feel like you like meet the dead end, when you feel like I don't want to do music, I don't know what to play, like I feel totally uninspired, then just get somebody to play with you. And it really helped me so much because I have my friend here, his name is Dmitry Toporov. He's one of the best bass players in Russia. And throughout all this time, throughout the lockdown, since he's living not too far from here, we managed to compose the whole album of original music for acoustic guitar and for electric bass. And can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're just freezing. Yeah, so yeah, we composed the whole album for acoustic guitar and electric bass. And honestly, I think this is like one of the best songs I ever composed on that album. I'm very proud of this material, and we're gonna release it hopefully in autumn. And then at the same time, I started to work with my with a trio. So there's also another project with a singer and with a guy who plays in the hang drum. You know, this
Yes,
UFO type of interesting
I know,
instrument.
I know.
Yeah, so this is like very exciting as well. Lots of original music, and all of that would be original music. And at the same time, I'm still doing some solo guitar music as well. I'm still trying to do covers more or less frequently. So there is so much work, and it just exciting, because even though there are no concerts, I'm happy that there would be so much of a music coming later. There would be like at least 2 albums, and plus all the covers and all the general stuff that I'm doing. So I'm really excited to share all that, to finish all that first, and then to share.
Awesome. So it has been a tremendous honor for me making this interview, because I really admire your playing. You are an incredible guitar player. I mean, you play everything. I mean, it's like, and I never saw so much talent before. I mean, I come from another field. You know, I'm a fan of Steve Vai and Jimmy Page, all those guitar players. But I never saw this way of playing, in my life. It's like incredible.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. So